So good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I had to run for a bit. It looked like I was getting a little bit late for sunrise here. But look around me here. Amazing foggy conditions. And I've been driving for about an hour to get here. And on my way I thought maybe 100 times I have to stop here, but I just gonna meet up with my friend Walter here, and yeah, absolute magical. So I thought I had the first shot of the day here, but I need a different lens. I just put on the 12-40. But made a mistake. I need a little bit more focal range to get this tree in the back here behind me. Looks absolute magic. Especially because you can see a little bit of that pink earth glow above it in the back. So this is the opposite side of the sunrise. I might take a portrait shot. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So first shot in the back, and I'm gonna get this wide angle just in my pocket so I don't have to get into my jacket all the time, because I think this is gonna be one day that I'm gonna switch a lot of lenses. If you're thinking his face is looking a bit weird, then you're right. Yesterday morning I actually woke up on the edges of Lake Garda in Italy. So we drove for 13 hours, unpacked all our stuff, got the kids to bed, and then it was 11 p.m. and I looked on my phone and I thought, oh, these are some promising conditions. I just have to get out, 4 hours of sleep. But this is commitment, This is why you're doing photography. These conditions, absolutely amazing. So look behind me here. The sun is rising right next to that lone tree in the middle of this field here. Magical, magical conditions. And we just moved further to the back and zoomed in further, because when you're zooming in, this background is getting compressed, so the sun looks bigger on the screen. And you can really put it next to the tree. So I got one a little bit more of a wide angle with the tree on the left, the sun on the right, but then you have a really small sun in your frame. And by moving back, you can really make the sun appear bigger in the image. So absolute magic. Walter is standing here next to me. This is absolutely worth skipping a night. You can see just simple tree on the left, sun on the right, and then all that beautiful light. Amazing. Laying flat on my belly here because I want to use that sun right underneath that tree. It just looks magical. The shot could have been from Africa. Really, really good. So yeah, I'm positioning the sun in between that tree. Oh. So yeah, magic, absolute magic. Now I'm gonna rush to a different tree, but I think this was worth getting myself all wet for. Oh, look at that sun. Gorgeous, absolute gorgeous light. Now I'm quickly gonna position myself to a different tree because I don't want to photograph the same tree all day long. So Yeah, magic. I can't describe it like anything else, you know. If you have never experienced a morning like this, you know, I'm quite lucky with the Netherlands. It's flat, it's boring, but we do have a lot of mornings like this with these atmospheric conditions. So that makes up for 80% of the flat landscape. But yeah, come to the Netherlands, come and see stuff like this. Absolutely amazing. So look at this next shot, absolutely amazing. Walter is saying to me, you have to go here, you can put the sun behind the tree. Yeah. He's pointing to me, but look at this, I'm going to show you quickly. The sun, right top, tree, left bottom, absolutely crazy. So F8, ISO 200, 5-second timer. Magic, absolute magic. So I just switched to the 150 to 400 to shoot those trees in the back there with, I figured that when I walk back the distance with the sun would be bigger and I could really use that golden light. And I shot these two images, so you will see them after this. But then I looked the other direction and look at this, you can see this forest line here. So there's a layer of fog underneath and a layer of fog on top. And right between that is some beautiful golden lit up tree trunks, and one of them has a bit of a V shape that I really liked. So I just figured out a portrait orientated shot which I think looked pretty epic, you know. Perfect focal length for this image on the camera, and yeah, it looks amazing. So let me show you on the back here if that works, or else I'll just show you the image. It's a little bit difficult to see and there's more fog rolling in at the moment, but luckily I already took the shot. So yeah, these are the shots from that side and from the tree trunk over here. Absolutely amazing. Right now I have no idea where Walter went. You know, he said I'm gonna wander a little bit to that side, but I think he might regret that. But we will see. But I think that's actually, there's nothing to regret on a morning like this, you know. This is just, it doesn't matter what you do, everywhere you look, there's a fantastic image, you know. It doesn't get any better than this. No, absolutely not. So I just took a bit of a weird shot here. You can see the path leading to the back. There's one tree in the back there. And just through that fog you can see a very large radio tower. We're actually quite close to the media park here in the Netherlands, where all the television and radio channels are broadcasting from. and that's the tower from them, and it just looks like a really out of this world shot. So I'm just took that one, and I'm actually switching again to the big wide lens. I'm constantly switching lenses here today. I don't know what it is, but this is that shot, and now I'm gonna take a different lens to isolate some trees on this side. So I was just shooting the tree in the back there, which has a beautiful layer of fog on top and in the bottom, which looks really nice. And Walter just did his whistle thing, and he normally does that when there is a deer somewhere. So I noticed that he was shooting a deer. So I quickly turned the camera and just followed the deer, took a couple of shots, but I didn't have it in burst mode, unfortunately. So I hope one of those shots worked out. I think there was one where I jumped up in the sky to jump over something with some beautiful backlight. But eventually it just walked straight towards that tree that I was photographing, and it just stopped underneath it. And so I have the tree with the deer and some running deer shot with the 150 to 400. Great moment. So hopefully these shots worked out, especially that deer that was jumping in the sky. Looks really nice. So yeah, this is that shot. So I hope all the audio in this video is doing all right. I just figured out that I put the microphone underneath my jacket. So if there's a bit weird sound in this video, then that's probably the reason why. But yeah, still walking around here, and I'm actually taking shots, and I'm thinking, you know, is this too simple? You know, is it too simple? I'm constantly switching lenses. So what I did now is I put the white one on the strap here, and I'm just using this to connect the camera, so it's much easier to switch lenses here. But yeah, crazy shot like this here in the back, this tree. You know, is it too simple? Square image with some fog around it. I don't know. Maybe it is too simple. Maybe I'm not creative enough, you know. But if conditions like this, it's just running around like a headless chicken. And I'm just walking towards the sun, hoping there's some golden light left. But most of it, the golden light is gone due to the sun rising too far. So maybe the rest will be black and white. I have no idea, but I'll just walk in that direction and see if there's anything there. You know, until now I have shot some absolute crazy images this morning, but this might be my favorite image of the morning. So let me try to show you here. On the back, I need to use the tripod because I'm going to make a focus tag here. But you can see behind me this tree here, and right in front of it is this yellow patch of flowers, and that actually runs a bit in a V shape. So what I did, I positioned that tree straight above that V shape, and so you have the tree in the back, the yellow in the foreground, and I'm probably going to crop it back to a square, and I'm going to take one shot of the yellow flowers, one shot of the tree with all that fog around in the background. Absolute crazy. So I just really like images like this, and yeah. What more can I say? This is the shot, you know. I'm not going to talk any more of it. Real simple. This is it. So what an absolute bizarre morning until now. You know, we just had 1.5 hours of quite possibly, yeah, the most crazy conditions that I've seen. Maybe, yeah, I wouldn't say ever, but at least this year. But you know, in Italy I also had some really nice conditions on one particular morning for about an hour, and that's it here also. You know, it's 1.5 hours after sunrise, and yeah, absolute madness. So this is the beauty of photography, and I'm just looking around. You know, all the fog is concentrating on the sides of this header area, so I'm not in the right spot, standing right in the middle at the moment, but who knows, we can find something a little bit further on this side. There are a lot of these yellow flowers, but without that fog, probably not that interesting. But this is the type of fog, if you walk towards it, it disappears. So the really thick fog is definitely gone. So yeah, let's see if we can still use a little bit of that beautiful morning light. So this is definitely my type of image. I hope you can see it in the back. It's straight in towards the sunlight. But there is a nice shaped tree just before that dark spot in that forest there. And that side light is coming from the top. So only illuminating that tree that's just a little bit in front of it. And you can just see a little patch of yellow bush on the left bottom. Really nice, and this is the kind of image that if you underexpose them, you can really see those lines on the side of the tree making a really nice atmosphere. You know, this is one of the last images. The light is getting way too hard at the moment, and we're actually walking towards the field of yellows here. Hopefully we can catch a deer or something in that, the yellow flowers. Walter's walked ahead already, but I'm just gonna look for this tree, take the shot. This is it. So this is the end of today's video. There are no deers in this side of yellow leaves, unfortunately, but some amazing conditions and amazing images already. So yeah, it doesn't really matter that we don't see a deer here. You know, it's been great already this morning. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, a beautiful piece of Dutch nature, typical for this time of the year with all this fog. So like I said earlier, we don't have epic mountains or waterfalls, but we do have a lot of these conditions here. So yeah, really fortunate with that. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please push that thumbs up button and leave a comment. I will always respond to your messages. I always like to engage with everyone. And don't forget, if you didn't already, there is a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push that and select all on the notification bell, you will get a message when I release my next video. So hope to see you next week. Bye bye.